Liz, you're going to be the host. Okay. Marie is going to be the new consultant. And we're going to be on the phone, the three of us. Okay, so just do a three-way call and say, hi, Liz, thank you so much for getting on the phone with us for a few minutes today. All right. I'm Nancy Jo Ryan. I'm Marie's director in the Pampered Chef. And this is actually a training for Marie, as well as I'm going to help you have the best home show you've ever had. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, great. What I want to tell you is, and teach you, is there's only a few things that are important with the Pampered Chef. You need to invite as many people as possible, and we need to choose your food ahead of time so people know what they're going to come and enjoy at your show. Does that sound okay?
It does.
All right. There's a few questions I have for you to start with, and that is, have you ever had a home show before?
Never.
Never. Oh my gosh, Marie, this is an honor being the first time host, okay? Because that means that you're very special to Liz. So thank you, Liz. Liz, thank you for hosting for Marie. It means a lot. And you know, her first 4 hosts are going to propel her business into the future. So I want to thank you personally for being one of those first 4 hosts, because it's going to mean forever that Marie will never forget who those first 4 were. Okay, so thank you right up start. So I'm going to train you like you've never had a home show before, because you haven't, okay? The most important thing you can do is over-invite. What we have found is that half of the people you invite will actually come, all right? And what we also have found is people have usually an amount that they'll sell, or excuse me, that they'll buy at a show. What do you think your average person will buy at the show that you're at? What do you usually spend at one of these kind of things?
Oh, maybe $30.
30? Okay. And did you make out your wish list like Marie asked you to do?
I did.
You did, okay. And so you're going to tell me what your wish list is, and I'm going to write it down. And I'm going to be figuring, okay, we can take this for half, and this is this sidebar. Okay, I'm going to know, okay, that she wants the knives, she wants the family skillet, and she wants about, you know, $150 to $200 worth of other stuff for free or half free, okay, or half price. All right. So I'm going to figure out quickly if an average person, an average guest is going to spend $30, we're going to need to have at least a $600 show. So that means we're going to need 20 orders. Now, to 25 orders to get what you want for free and half price. Okay? I know that sounds like a lot, but because of the product we sell, because it's common to everyday living, and it's not a personal product that's only going to enhance me, it's going to enhance our whole family when you buy a product, because you're going to use it. It's like a tool. What Craftsman is to men in the garage, Pampered Chef is to cooks in the kitchen, and that's men and women. 60% of men cook on a regular basis today. All right, so don't be afraid to invite men to your show as well if you know they cook. So what we want to do is we're going to want to invite 40 to 50 people to your show so we can get everything you want for free or half price. Does that sound like a lot?
It does.
It does.
I can try my best.
Okay. I'm going to give you I'm going to send you a little sheet that's called a Frank's list, and it's going to tell you it's going to be like a little tickler on what different people to invite. Friends, family, you know, relatives, neighbors, spouses, people that work at your spouse's place. And there's all different ways to get orders, okay? And your goal is going to be to have 5 orders before the show, 15 buying guests, and 5 orders after the show, okay? And I'm going to give you a special gift if you get any bookings booked before I even get there, okay? All right? So someone who can't come, they're going to RSVP, maybe they might put an order. You might send them a little quick email and say, hey, thanks for the order. The girl said if anyone is interested in booking a show, here's her number. And we're going to do a really fun station show. If you haven't been to one, I'm sorry you can't come, but you might want to have one of your own, okay? So I just want to plant that seed that you can get bookings before I even get there. Okay, so here's another thing that I offer to my hosts, and that is if you give me 40 names, addresses, phone numbers, and emails, I will send out your invitations and pay for your postage. Okay? Now, if you give me 37, I'm just going to tell you how much you owe me for postage. If you give me 40 or more, I will pay for your postage. because I want this to be the easiest party you've ever had.
Okay.
And you know, if you don't have a database with all those things in there, you're going to love me forever, because from now on, any party, graduation, baptism, and wedding, you're going to be already set with all those addresses, because those are your core people in your life that you're going to invite. Okay? So it'll take a few minutes, but trust me, it'll make it easy to do your party. Because by the end of the night of your show, I'm going to need all that information on anyone that orders for warranty purposes for their products. Okay? Does that make sense?
It does.
Because the products are all warranted through Pampered Chef, not through Nancy Jo Ryan. All right? So I know sometimes people feel a little funny about giving out people's information, but I promise you I will not abuse it. I will ask them if they'd like to receive one thing from me every month, and that's tips and ideas for the kitchens, a recipe, and the specials. And if they don't, I just take them off the list. All right? I promise you that. The other thing that happens when we put it in beforehand is it makes checkout go super fast. Okay? So instead of people waiting an hour to check out, it's minutes, because all their information's already in there. Okay? So will you work on that list for me?
I will.
Awesome. All right. And actually, when I get your list, that's when your party goes on in ink and on Marie's calendar. Okay? Not until I get that list. All right?
Okay.
Because that means you're serious and you really want to do the show. Okay? All right. So now we've talked about, you know, your invitations, and then now let's talk, and we talked about your wish list. I'm going to get you as much as I can for free, because I'm going to do the same show for 5 people as I'm going to do for 25. You're going to be happier if there's 25. Okay? All right. And by the way, if an emergency comes up in my life, I will never cancel your show. I have people that will back me up, so you never have to worry about me canceling your show. All right?
Okay.
Sidebar. If something comes up, or say you have 2 shows booked and you want to do this one instead of this one, that's the show you give away. But you've already planted a seed that something could come up, and then you can give it away. Michael, you could do that. Especially if you think someone's iffy about doing, you know, like really holding the show, book a second one. Give the one that's not going to be as great away. Sidebar. Okay. All right. Back to host coaching. So now we've talked about this. We've talked about that. The last thing that is most important is let's talk about the food that we're going to have at your show.
Okay.
Okay. So now I don't know, when's the last time you've ever been to a Pampered Chef show?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. Have you seen the chicken fajitas done in the deep covered baker with the confetti salsa and guacamole?
No, but that sounds good.
Doesn't it sound good? Well, we do something called a station style show, and we're going to set up these stations so all your friends and family are going to be cooking together. Isn't that fun?
Yes.
Yes, we're gonna have fun. And if Grandma doesn't want to cook, she can sit and drink wine in the living room. Okay, it's not a problem. But we're gonna have fun together. Everybody's gonna put their hands on the tools, and then what I'm gonna do is go over what we did to make sure everybody knows about our power tools, and then offer them the opportunity to have their own show. Maybe somebody needs some extra money. I can help them there too. So does that sound good?
That sounds great.
Awesome. Well, I will send you the emails with the recipes, so you know. I'm going to make up your invitation. Most of the rest of what we're going to talk through and communicate is going to be through email or text. What is your preference?
Text.
Text. Okay. So I will, and then we're also going to do 2 days before your call. We're going to do something called a phone bite. I'm gonna give you a little script, and you're gonna record a message with the phone numbers that you gave me. I'm gonna put them all in a little group, and you're gonna record one message reminding all your friends and family that your party is tomorrow night, and you can't wait to see them, and this is what we're cooking. Okay?
Good.
And it's just a little script. It's gonna take you 30 seconds and done. All right?
Good.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait to see the kind of show that Marie is going to have with you, and thank you for taking this time with me. I really appreciate it. You're going to have a ball, and you're going to be so happy that you invited Pampered Chef into your home, because there's not another party out there like it.
Awesome.
Thank
so
you.
much.
You are welcome.